If you're a wrestling fan like me, then you know that a few weeks back, before the WWE draft, the WWE introduced the new World Heavyweight Championship on Raw. It has since become brand exclusive to Raw, with Roman Reigns being drafted to SmackDown with the undisputed Universal Championship. That's it. And I already think that they're already off to a bad start with this World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I'm all for another championship. With Roman having a stranglehold on the Universal title, it only makes sense to get another title on Raw, since he's going to SmackDown and is going to be SmackDown exclusive. He won't be appearing on Raw anymore. That leaves Raw without a champion because that's what the World Championship was for. You had two different brands, two different championships on both brands. Roman is kind of just taking up everything at this point. So having a second world championship on Raw is a good thing, but then there's a fact of oversaturation of championships within the WWE itself. Not only do you have the undisputed Universal Championship, but you have the tag team championships on Raw and SmackDown, both held by Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. You have the US Championship held by Austin Theory, Intercontinental Championship held by Gunther. This is where it gets confusing because Raw's Rhea Ripley holds the SmackDown Women's Championship, and SmackDown's Bianca Belair holds the Raw Women's Championship. And that's not even including NXT. But for Raw, I think it's good to have a second title. Now, I already think they screwed it up, though. Here's why I think they screwed it up, because it is not brand exclusive, as they said, because they've included SmackDown wrestlers in this. Like, when they first talked about the tournament, I thought it was a slip of the tongue by Wade Barrett when he said that there would be some competitors from SmackDown, competitors from Raw competing in this tournament. Well, if there's competitors from SmackDown, how does this make this Raw exclusive? And then it was like, started hearing, it was a slip of the tongue by Wade Barrett. No, it wasn't, because then we found out the 12 competitors who would be in it, and they included 6 SmackDown stars. So that's where I think they got it wrong, first and foremost. I don't necessarily think they got the finalists wrong in Seth freaking Rollins and AJ Styles. Both guys who I'm huge fans of, been a longtime fan of AJ Styles. Seth Rollins is one of my favorite on the roster right now, if you can't tell, because I'm wearing his merchandise. But there's, they should be making new stars. Like, don't get me wrong. Putting the title on someone established like Seth Rollins, like AJ Styles, will bring credibility to this title. But you also need to make some new stars along the way as well. And, when you look at the SmackDown side of things, you had Sheamus, Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, Edge, AJ Styles, and Rey Mysterio. All great guys, but already the only one who really could have used the push for the title was Austin Theory, and he didn't win his triple threat match. That was won by Bobby Lashley. Again, he didn't need it, but this really should have stayed on Raw with Raw competitors, because you have such a good group of talent there. Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest. Maybe it's too soon for Dominic Mysterio, but definitely Finn and Priest, big time. Everyone else who was in the other triple threat matches. The Miz, maybe not so much The Miz, but even, look at the new talent that has come to Raw from NXT, like JD McDonough. What a phenomenal talent he is. So they really could have used this to make a new star. I also think they did the tournament all wrong as well, because they had 2 triple threat matches last week on Raw, then the finals the same night. They did 2 triple threat matches on SmackDown the following Friday, then the semifinals. They could have brought this out over 2 weeks, because Night of Champions isn't until next Saturday, so they could have played this out instead of just doing it bang bang, one shot, but both times. They could have had the first 2 triple threat matches on Raw last week, and then this week had the semifinals. Same with SmackDown. They could have had the 2 SmackDown triple threat matches, and then have the semifinal match this coming Friday, and then you have the finals. But we're just going to have to wait and see when it comes to this new World Heavyweight Championship, because I honestly feel that this is just like a consolation prize to whoever's coming up behind Roman, because Roman has a stranglehold on that championship. And then there's the fact that him and Solo are competing for the tag team championships at Night of Champions. and Sami Zayn is competing in Saudi Arabia. But that's a whole different video altogether. Do I think a World Heavyweight Championship is a good idea? Yes. Do I think they did it wrong? Absolutely.